Hey, so this horoscope is for October, and this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant, okay? And if you don't know what your Sun, Moon, and Ascendant is, I highly recommend that you go check it out on Astrology's birth calculator. Look it up somewhere, okay? And if you want to go even more detailed, get a reading with me, all right? So, going forward, let's talk about this Mars conjunct Venus that's happening in the beginning of the month, just before the full moon. All right, so that Mars conjunct Venus, okay, is going to put a double whammy on your finances. Because Virgo rules your second house, all right, Leo? Virgo rules your second house. So Mars conjunct Venus, your drive is already to make that money. It could be to overspend it too, but it's about money right now, okay? You know, and Pluto is trining that. So you could, that's a double whammy with making money. If you're trying to increase your income, this could absolutely be your time. You know, where you're increasing it. Try not to let it go to waste though. Make sure you're saving your money. Make sure you're trying to make smart decisions. Try not to move too fast with Mars being there. But it's about making concrete decisions in your finances and big changes that are coming, a big transformation. It could be, you know, an empowerment to a source of earning income that you're doing that could get even better. It can get even more profound and deep, but there's some big changes coming in that area in the beginning of the week. Now, especially with this full moon. So what are full moons? Full moons are the ending of a cycle, okay, or the conclusion of whatever cycle that we've been going on in life. And for you, that ending and conclusion comes in your ninth house. What's the ninth house, you ask? The ninth house is this the area of your life that has to do with traveling, that has to do with higher education, what's going on in college. You know, what are your grades like? What's going on? You know, what do you believe in? What do you believe? Okay? So you got a full moon, a conclusion. You could be changing your belief system, shutting it down. I mean, you could have believed that, you know, for a long time that Barack Obama was a horrible president, you know, and now you could change your beliefs and be like, man, he wasn't that bad. It could be something like that. I mean, I don't want to get too deep into politics because that's a whole nother world, but it's just about a new vision that you could have for yourself here. You could even be finishing up school. You know, you could maybe decide, you know what, the school isn't working for me. I kind of want to gear my education towards this. Or you could be finishing up your education somewhere. It's just about conclusions in this area of life, wrapping things up. You know, the revelations. You could find that you've been going on a course and you'll be like, you know what, I don't even like this major. Why have I been taking this major? It's time for me to move the hell on. You know, and that's what it's about. So when things, you know, seem to quote unquote end for us during the full moon, not to fear, because it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's a new cycle that's about to come, and you got to be prepared for it and ready. Empty your cup, right? Empty your cup. So Venus in Virgo will trine Pluto in the sixth house. That's money, like I had mentioned earlier. I believe, you know, work is really going to bring some good resources to you. So take them, be ready for them. Keep working hard because that hard work could pay off financially. Absolutely well. Now we get to this second and, you know, third week of the month where the tension starts to build. There's more tension that begins to build, okay? You got, you know, Mars, of course, going to be going into Libra, which is your third house, communicating. All right, be very careful that you're not getting into little arguments with the dude at the store, you know, or just little petty arguments and with the neighbors and stuff like that, or with your family members or your cousins, or your family members aren't coming at you. You know, make sure that you're grounded within yourself and you don't speak too harshly to people with Mars in the third. Okay? Now, you got Mercury squaring Pluto, and the sun is going to conjunct Mercury squaring Pluto. Now that's also, you know, going to be in your third house. Mercury in Libra is going to be squaring off with Pluto in Capricorn in your sixth. Be careful that you don't, you know, go through any power struggles at the job if you're working on a job, all right? or again, if you know, a cousin is trying to tell you what to do, and you're like, look, this ain't working, or family members are getting too much in your business on how you need to be living your life or what you need to quit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get into the power struggle, and keep an open mind, because they might be right. If somebody's telling you to stop smoking, okay, and you feel like that's a power struggle going on, you might just need to stop smoking. You know what I'm saying? So really think about it, and you might sit there and battle back and forth through the power struggle because your ego, son, don't want to hear it. Doesn't want to hear it at all. But you know, that Pluto in 6th house is like, nah, it's time to change, buddy. People going to be coming in your life, shutting it down, making it harder for you to do these things that you were doing before, because Pluto wants you to transform, change into whatever routine or whatever it is you need to do to get where you need to be. All right? So keep that in mind. You know, don't go through with the power struggle, but be smart enough to know when it's time to listen. Right? When it's time to listen. So we even have Mars squaring Saturn this 3rd week. That Mars is going to be squaring Saturn, Mars in Virgo, squaring Saturn in Sagittarius. Mars in Virgo, squaring Saturn in Sagittarius. You know, love and money could be an issue. Maybe you're spending too much in the love area. Maybe you're out trying to have too much fun, or there could be something preventing you from having the kind of fun that you want and making money. Or you might need to hold off on the fun that you want to have because you got to make that money. Or maybe you might have overspent and you're like, man, I ain't got it, but I want to take this boo on a date and so on and so forth. It's okay. Just don't let that frustration affect you in the physical body or affect your mind and the decisions that you make, because it will pass. This frustration will pass and you'll cool off. But still express your anger, but just try to do it in the most diplomatic way that you can possibly think of, because what's happening, Mars is in Libra, Mars wants to compromise. Try to do it in the best way that you can, because with Saturn being there, there could be some long-term issues that you could deal with, long-term karma, if you say the wrong things. You know, it might not just go away that quickly. So be careful with that. Now you got, toward the end of the month, things start to lighten up a little bit. They start to get a little bit, you know, a little bit better. All right? So you got Mercury going into Scorpio. Right? When Mercury goes into Scorpio, it's going to stand right next to Jupiter. Mercury, communication, news. All that stuff with Jupiter, optimism. So that's news meets the good stuff. Good news. Bam. Okay? So you got good news coming to you. Where is Scorpio going to be? In the 4th house. So maybe that house might get a close if you're getting a home, or maybe you just got a call that lease went through, you know, that you found the place that you want. Maybe somebody said, hey, I got a, maybe you're looking for a place, and somebody's like, hey, I got a room. You can come over here. Maybe it could be time for you to go back home to your homeland. You know, maybe an opportunity will open up for that, where you can get back into your homeland. Either way, it's some good stuff here. Okay, so take that and take it and run with it after this 3rd and 4th week, because I'm sure you're going to want to hear there's some good news after all of the stuff going on, right? So keep that in mind. Now, the new moon will be in your also the Jupiter being in your 4th, that's where your luck is. You know, there could be an expansion in the home, getting a larger home. If you've always wanted one, you have the opportunity now of doing that, moving to the right place. You know, the homeland, going back home, visiting home will give you some good stuff too, right? So now you got the new moon in your 3rd house. New ways of communicating. A whole new way, especially after Mars has been there. Maybe you got into some fights and now it's time to, hey, take some classes on how to communicate. Take some NLP classes on how to talk to people a little bit better. And you can start to maybe see the results of that. You know, maybe you might get a new neighbor that could be moving in too. Or a new family member might reveal something to you. You know, a cousin might say, hey, I think you're the greatest. It could be that simple. You know, things don't always have to be so deep with these readings. But again, I always recommend you get a personal reading and get in the depth of what's really going on. You know, you can also get some new news about a contract or a deal that you could have been trying to get to go forward. Could possibly go forward, right? Media, 3rd house rules media, communications, marketing and stuff like that as well. So, also also with, the sun is also going to connect to Jupiter in your fourth house as well. A lot of pride and optimism coming from whatever news that happened in the fourth house. The home, much pride in the home and your ancestors and where you come from. Okay, maybe there could be a ceremony. I don't know how spiritual you are, but something will bring light to the family and the ancestors and just home, the home base. Okay, so in conclusion, I hope that you embrace this full moon that's coming in the beginning of the month. Like I said, it'll be in your ninth house. If your beliefs change, it's okay. Beliefs are supposed to change. They're malleable, and it's all right. Just hope that that belief is used to empower you. Right? Let's get good beliefs that help us go through. All right? The Mars conjuncting Venus, in your second house, get that money. All right? Let things pay off. Okay? You got Jupiter in your fourth, so moving is going to be great. Pluto right now, Saturn is in your fifth house, so it's time to get serious about love and romance. Get serious about if you want to have children or not. It's just about hunkering down. Doesn't mean you're going to have a horrible time with Saturn in the fifth. But it's more so about getting serious about how you have fun. How do you apply your creativity? Maybe you got some creative skills that you need to ground and really, really dig in the ground and make and manifest into jobs or a job or career. Okay? So if you want to, like I said, get more personal, more detailed, in-depth, book a reading with me. You can book from one question to a full reading. I do recordings and I do Skype. I do solar returns. I look at your natal chart, and I even look at your marriage and see how it's going. You get a whole round of information from me. If you like this painting, please check out the link in the description. It'll give you a story on this painting, and it is for sale. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you have an amazing month, Leo. Stay cool.